And we are live, maybe.
Hey, what's up? What's up? How's
Everybody.
things going? So, anywho, I figured we'll talk about this little gem, this little interesting thing. If you don't know, basically, Mello and versus Bradl. Mello is the prosecutor, prosecuting Mr. Turtle Boy, aka Aiden Kearney, who is a quote-unquote blogger / YouTuber. He is an individual currently incarcerated for many counts of witness intimidation, federal witness intimidation, picketing, and also conspiracy. He is currently, with the conspiracy thing, is that he convinced it's alleged that he's convinced an ununiformed officer to look up plates. While he was, on his own reconnaissance, he decided it took him less than 2 days on Christmas Eve to intimidate a pregnant woman with a woman who's pregnant with his own child,
Hey, Grandma.
How you doing, Grandma? And who was testifying against him, and proceeded to go to her place, convince her to go to the place, threatened that his lawyer would tear her apart, that he had some sort of backup account. This is her allegations, and then proceeded to convince her to take an abortion pill, convince her to let her review her phone and information. And when she took that pill, and after he made what she alleges promises to stay there for 4 hours, he proceeds to leave like a fart in the wind. She grabs the paper. He pushes and assaults her into a woman who was pregnant and also just took home abortion pills.
Yeah.
And then proceeds to go on the run from the cops. Even though he had a bolo out, he knew he had a bolo out, be on the lookout, he proceeded to still be on the run from the cops. And the whole situation is that eventually he turns himself in. The county says, hey, you're going to be in here until your trial. So he's not only facing the first 16 counts, but he's facing another set of counts. Later on, what were you going to say?
No, I was just going to respond to Grandma. I love you too, Grandma. This is my grandma. That's my Nana.
So the situation is that eventually he goes into his own, goes into county, 30 days, now got another 30 days, try to do a protective order. That
was
failed.
he in a relationship with this female that took
they broke up. They broke up, and then he proceeded to harass her online.
Obviously.
He didn't like the fact that this woman was not only talking to Tro Mafia or Masshole Mafia, a YouTube channel, but also was going to testify against him.
Do we like them?
What, Masshole? Yes.
Okay, because I was about to say, I know I like them.
Basically, that whole situation occurs. He is incarcerated. He gets 30 days. He gets for a protective order. I'm just giving you the rundown before we get to this whole hearing thing.
Yeah.
So, gets to this hearing. Bradl completely shits the bed, fucks it up completely, impeaches his own witness that he calls to the stand that was supposed to testify that to the dishonesty of, the victim, and that but impeaches her because she doesn't even say anything that was claimed by Bradl. Proceeds to try to get into the victim's personal information, to try to guilt her during it. It's just a slew of other things during the hearing. Eventually he loses. The lady gets a year protective order, but even during that process, Bradl asked the judge, can my client still do stories about this person? The judge said no. That would be harassment.
How stupid. Why? The lawyer needs to be smarter than that. The lawyer should have just looked at him and says, obviously you should not be doing stories about.
Well, that would be a competent attorney that is, trying to give you advice not to go to jail. I mean, usually you tell your client to shut the fuck up and to just fucking,
That's what a good lawyer is.
Yeah, you say, shut the fuck up, let me do my job to get you out of jail, and that's it. I mean, let's look at let's compare a good lawyer and a bad lawyer. Let's look at the good Karen Reed's lawyer. Good lawyer.
I will say this. remember when this was all going down and you were trying to explain it to me the first time?
Hmm.
My my Amazon, the Echo with the screen and stuff on it. It literally an article popped up and it said quote unquote turtle boy and it was his like mugshot or something. And I was trying to see if it came back on to the screen so I could take a picture and send it to you. So this case got very small and then very big really fast that even your Amazons are, showing you articles about it.
Yeah, I mean that's amazing because it's kind of unprecedented where you have a YouTuber proceed to intimidate not only witnesses but cops investigating the case and also
Uh,
DAs,
uh, yeah.
and it's really crazy. So basically, a good attorney would be Karen Reed's attorney, who's, by the way, um, he's got a tough job. I'm
Yeah.
just to say, but he's doing a pretty good job. And a shitty attorney, which is Bradl. You can tell where you have very controlled interviews where he's allowing that to be said, that he's making sure that she's not being dumb and stating stupid shit on the public. And then you have Brendel, who's letting his client post on his YouTube channel a sidebar of the judge,
Mm-hmm.
which can only be recorded by a possible lawyer or someone that was really close to the judge. If you don't know, you're not really supposed to record a sidebar. Judges
What to
particularly
say?
don't. Yeah, judges particularly don't like that. Not even the reporter can record a sidebar unless they're told to by the judge. Unless the
Yeah.
judge says, "Get over here. I want you to start writing what I'm about to say."
Yeah.
Okay. Usually that shit's off the record
This
or
is a
something.
shit show. It's already a shit show.
So that gets released. He releases that with the victim's, picture, and on his thumbnail, he's continuously harassing it. Now it turns out,
Hey, Annie.
hey, Andy, there's this hearing where Brendel, I'm going to do my share screen. So now we're going to get to the
Okay.
actual hearing. I just wanted to give you like a pedigree of what the hell's going on.
This, Annie, this definitely has become a fucking. Mind you, I have no idea what's going on. Only what Tim has told me what was going on. But
Yeah.
even that, I kind of glazed over because obviously I'm kind of like, okay, like I listen to you. I don't want you to think I'm not listening to you. It's just I'm kind of like, oh, it's just another one of these, low-cow type deals. But he's not a low-cow, is he? He's just a
No.
shithead.
I mean, he is a serial harasser. He
Hey,
harassed.
Julie.
I mean, one of the reasons why he got fired from teaching was because harassing a student at what was it? I got to get the article up because there's an article that states that at a Patriot Buffalo Bills game. Last October, this was years ago. Last October, his alleged lewd and intimidating behavior toward a young woman at a Patriot Buffalo Bills game in Buffalo triggered an investigation by the school's officials at Shepherd Hill. Mr. Kearney, however, chose to resign rather than face the music. Then he gets into other controversy years later, where he basically he writes a blog about this is what happened. It was a blog about writes off some of the Winchester parents and their children as savages. Among the entries of the example, you will find in reference to a North High School incident, quote, would you want your job performance to be based on how a bunch of savages do on standardized tests, question mark? Kids are being raised by savages, referring to an incident in which parents took their children off the school bus. So you got that scenario. And then he cries and says he doesn't write the blogs. He hires people to do it, which could possibly be, but
you own it. You have control of it.
Yeah, you have operation and control of it.
Stupid.
So this
does
guy
he have kids?
Yes, he does.
Okay, so he's a dad. He looks familiar. Why does he look so familiar?
Well, probably has one of those faces. Let me see.
He has a face. That's definitely correct.
My heart goes out for the family of John O'Keefe. They have gotten lost in all the drama on TV. Yeah, I mean, honestly, they're the victims, and unfortunately, I feel like, this is a guy who John O'Keefe is a stand-up guy. Pretty much is an example of a good guy, and unfortunately, it's just getting lost in the sauce with all this fucking shit. You know what I mean? I feel like honestly, it's mostly focused on Karen Reed and mostly focused on this TB guy. You know what I mean? Like if yeah, just I feel like that's where it's getting lost.
TV Turtle Boy. Is that
Yeah,
what you're
Turtle
saying?
Boy.
Okay,
Turtle
okay.
Boy, aka his real name Aiden Kearney. I'm not doxing him. That's his real name. It's
That's
multiple
it's out
documents.
there. Look at
It's
he, yeah.
I mean, I can't really talk about the story by just only calling him TB because
Okay.
obviously he's in court documents, and newspapers. So
So should I start calling him TV or
you could call him Aiden Kearney, you
okay?
could call him Turtle Boy, either or.
Okay.
So
Okay.
anyway, this is the hearing. So basically, so he's a serial harasser. He's been serial harassing people. He's also admitted under oath during the protective hearing that he is a revenge pornographer, that he has revenge porn people in Massachusetts, and that the reason why is because that it's not illegal in Massachusetts.
It is illegal.
No, it's not. It's not.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. It's not illegal in Boston, Massachusetts. So that's why
My God, I need to go on Pornhub now and just delete my account.
Oh, okay, good. All right, this will be the last live we do together. No, I'm joking.
Do not shame the workers out there.
But anyway, so he particularly I lost my place.
His name has been out for a long time. No, sorry.
Yeah, it's been out for a very long time.
They just passed a new bill in Massachusetts.
Recently because this idiot testified that it was illegal, and most people were like outraged.
I'm outraged.
This guy literally admitted under oath that I'm a revenge pornographer, and that gives credence to the victim who stated that he threatened me with an alt account that he has on Twitter. Where that if I go against him, it's going to release our revenge, like our sex tape.
Now, he was on originally YouTube, correct?
He's still on YouTube.
He's still on YouTube.
Yeah.
Is he released right now?
No, he has someone running his account, and he's literally releasing like videos from prison, and I think this is how he's getting out. So what happens is the fucking lawyer, Mr. Bradl, his lawyer, decides to state that two women were basically either paralegals or attorneys. I think originally he said attorney, and then basically allowed them to have unsupervised conversations up to 86 times in prison. It means no recorded.
I was about to say, I feel like he's breaking a lot of, and he has a fan base. That was my original question when I was asking about people still watch him, even though this is all public and open source information type deal. He still has a fan base.
Oh, he has a huge fan base. This guy has a huge fan. He raised, you know how much money he raised for his defense? Guess.
I'm so worried. I'm gonna say 10,000.
More.
Okay. 50,000. I'm really. He raised more than $50,000.
$106,000.
I don't want to live here anymore. I want to move to Mars.
So this guy's got huge support because there's people that support. So this is the hearing where this guy is going. Mr. Bradl is the guy with the black suit. Mello is the one with this one, and he's going to go through a series of lies, excuses, and stupidity that I had never seen an attorney do in my life.
So that guy with the suit again is Turtle Boy's.
Yeah, the black suit. Yeah.
The black suit in the background. Who's the guy with the gray suit?
That's Mello.
Okay, and he is also a defense attorney, or
he's the prosecution.
Oh, he's the prosecution. Defense. Okay, and the woman
that's
again?
a judge. That's a judge.
That's the judge. Okay.
And this is Turtle Boy.
Okay.
So
I had to break it down Barney style for me. So
that's fine for new people that might not be sure. But anyway, we're gonna play it and we're gonna see what's through.
All right.
It's the Zoom that's loading, not me.
Oh, it's the Zoom. Check the volume too. It sounded low when it played for a second.
Jail that are not monitored.
There you go.
Converse regarding web.
Okay, I just rewinded a little bit, I think.
Okay.
jail regarding whether non-attorneys can have conversations with persons held at the jail that are not monitored.
By the way, this is a sanction hearing to punish Bradl, who is facing $10,000 fine and probably getting reported to the bar, in my guess. And he also wants to make sure that there's a Taint team that is reviewing basically the communications between the attorney and Kearney, and most likely it's going to be run by the judge, would be like the person, not like a person that's not with the prosecution, to make sure that there is no one basically giving him messages to continue harassment, and also proceeding to ask for no one to contact him but his children, like his family, and his lawyer.
Absolutely prohibited. Those conversations are absolutely prohibited.
All right. Who is here from the jail?
William Castile.
All right. I think I need to understand two factual things, Attorney Bradl, before we go on, which is it the policy, rules, and procedures of the jail that only communications with attorneys are unmonitored? And I want to know about the limitations on other communications with other persons other than the fact that they are monitored. Length, duration. Okay? Any objection to my taking that evidence?
I don't have an objection. I just want to invite the court to keep in mind that the issue is what is my state of mind about what the rules are and what I can do and can't do, and what is disclosed and not disclosed. So,
I understand. There are also requests that I take some action vis-a-vis the jail, and so I want to understand what the rules over there are.
Thank you.
Okay? Thank you, officer.
And Judge, just for the record, I had no notice that there was any witnesses being brought in.
I understand, and
that there was an evidentiary hearing at all. I think that's extremely unprofessional to ambush me with bringing a witness into the.
I think it's extremely unprofessional that you basically are about to lie to the judge, which we'll get to in a moment, and proceed to make up excuses, in which your one excuse is you forgot to report it to the judge. We'll get to that soon. You forgot to tell the jail. You proceeded to state that you thought the lady was an attorney, a partner in a law firm, because her last name was similar to a law firm, and then proceed to lie again and state that, well, she's working with a 501c3 law firm as a paralegal, and a volunteer paralegal. She's not hired by them, and she's not licensed to be a paralegal. She's just volunteer for Aiden Kearney's civil lawsuit, which is not going to go anywhere. And I think she's doing such a great job. I might hire her. I think she's doing a great job. I think I might hire her. So I think that's unprofessional. I think your Mr. Bradl's fucking whole way of doing this is unprofessional. What do you think?
Again, not too far in the video for me to say anything, but it does sound like in his tone, he's a little triggered on what's going on. But not his tone, not your tone.
No, I'm talking about him.
Yeah, his tone. But me, again, not savvy. I'm pretty savvy with the court system and stuff, but I'm not in depth, like you. When one side brings in a witness, they have to be notified beforehand. It's kind of like evidence. You have to notify. So the guy in the gray suit didn't notify him about the witness.
But this is basically it's a sanction hearing. So obviously a judge is going to call in the court, like the prison people, to understand. Hey, gone girl. To understand what the rules of the prison are, and if any rules have been broken. So that's and no offense, Mr. Bradl has been a lawyer for a very long time and knows the rules, a criminal lawyer for a very long time, and knows the rules of the jail, and his complete, him pretending that he's ignorant to these rules and he doesn't know, might be great for his client's appeal when he basically says my lawyer is incompetent and got me convicted of 60 years in jail or 70 years in jail because he's such an idiot. That might work for Mr. Turtleboy, but it's not going to work for him in a sanction hearing, because incompetence is not a defense. Okay, incompetence of the law is not a defense for breaking the law. Incompetence does not help you, especially when you're a barred attorney, that you should know better.
He does know.
That I may have been able
I was about to say, Turtleboy does know he's in jail, right?
He's not
that
like he's
not jail, but in holding.
Yeah, he's in holding. He's got to do another. He's got another 30 days that just happened. He's probably going to do the whole 90 days waiting there, and he might do longer waiting there for his trial because he has 2 separate trials going on.
Yeah.
Before this.
I appreciate that. I am going to inquire of this witness because I need that factual information. It is not an evidentiary hearing in the sense that it is going to be full-blown inquiry. Okay.
Duh, you knew that.
You solemnly swear the evidence of the court in the case now in hearing to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Sir, can you just state your name for me?
Sure, it's William Castile.
And what is your role at the Norfolk County House of Corrections?
I'm an assistant deputy superintendent.
All right.
That's
Can
the
you
witness,
answer
right?
this question for me?
Yes, that's the witness.
Okay, okay.
That's the witness. He was
Okay.
just sworn in, and he's answering questions on to what is the procedure in the jail, and if any rules were broken, and to basically get the facts of what is going on.
Yeah.
Sure.
Read Run's comment real quick. Hey, Runs.
Ron says, "Did you see the letter Bradl filed after the court?" No, I did not.
No, he's gonna look it up now.
Is it on Twitter or is it on? I gotta check it out, but I'll play this and I'll check it out.
What is the policy or rules or procedures at the jail regarding unmonitored phone calls? Are those limited only to attorneys, or does it include paralegals and or
Yeah, it's just strictly to attorneys.
strictly attorneys?
Yes.
Okay. So if an attorney identified a paralegal and a person at the jail communicated with that paralegal, they would be monitored conversations.
They would be, yes.
So that just blows up his whole defense that he thought she was a paralegal because he just said that even a paralegal would be monitored. So his excuse makes no sense. Let's just be 100%. So far,
There's
just
no
got
logic behind that.
There's no logic behind his excuse that,
Mhm.
well, I thought she could be an attorney. I thought privilege would be for a paralegal. It's like, no, when the rules of the jail is quite different.
And he's a lawyer. Just hey, you have to pass a bar.
I mean, like you even know that. You're like, yeah, that's probably.
I have an 8th grade education, is what I'm saying. and he paid his, like you're a lawyer. Okay,
Yeah.
you can press play. I'm just a little shocked.
You're gonna be shocked more. I figure this is the first time Tony's seeing this, and he's gonna be shocked and awed by this whole thing. Because I was watching this and I was like, "Is this for real?
Am I gonna get angry?
You're gonna laugh.
I'm gonna laugh. Okay, because I am kind of
All
angry with this guy because of the whole abortion pill thing. Because that's not fucking cool. So I'm a little angry at this guy right here. What's his Aiden Turtle Boy?
And what limitations are there on non-attorney phone calls at the jail in terms of duration, time, number?
Sure. So it's 30-minute telephone calls. And the time, they have tablets now, which they can make phone calls, they can e-message, they can receive videos, they can receive photos, and the tablets pretty much all day.
So all day.
Till 10 o'clock at night.
Okay, all day access to the telephone.
Yes.
That is monitored.
Yes.
Okay, and the rule
Yummy.
again at the jail is that only communications with attorneys are unmonitored.
Yes, our policy is CSD 482. I have a copy here if you'd like.
No, I will take your testimony. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I don't think I'm going to permit any further inquiry because those are just the facts that I needed to understand in connection.
Boom. Like just boom. He completely.
That's the guy from this. He knows what's going on. Is what I'm saying. He works there. He knows what's going on.
Yeah, it's just boom.
Yeah.
He literally fucking just said, okay, even if we accepted the ridiculous argument in which we actually believe that he thought she was a paralegal, he still fucked up. He stated that she was a lawyer, by the way, that this was a lawyer. So okay.
Is his lawyer one of his fans? Like, I feel like his lawyer is one of his fans that messaged him. It was like, I'll help you, man. I'll help you.
He sounds like an idiot.
That's what I'm saying. Is it one of his fans?
Yeah, he sounds dumb as a bag of rocks.
With these motions. Thank you very much. All right. Attorney Mello, anything else you want to bring to my attention?
Your Honor, I was going to ask Mr. Castillo while he's still here, if the court would grant permission for him just to play the recording of Attorney Bradl making his call to the jail, so Your Honor could actually hear it. And
You mean the one that is in your motion?
yes.
I do not need to hear that.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. All right. Anything else then?
Well, one other quick, because Attorney Bradl made the comment, Judge.
Wait, pause.
He called the jail to take these.
Can you rewind it? I feel like he was doing like a hand signal before scratching his head. Now press play. Yeah. Now
Okay.
look at his hands.
Who are we looking at?
We're looking at Turtle Boy.
Okay.
Of Attorney Bradl making his call to the jail, so Your Honor could actually hear it. And
You mean the one that is in your motion?
yes.
I do not need to hear that.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. All right. Anything else then?
Well,
Why is he
one other
pointing
quick
up?
is,
Oh, right. You're right.
He's trying to get somebody's attention
Thank you,
when
sir.
he
All right.
He's pointing. Holy
See?
fuck.
like I don't understand. You didn't catch that?
I didn't catch that.
Oh,
I was listening to them just listening, but he's
Thank you,
pointing
Grandma.
up. Who is he signaling to?
rewind it again, and everybody just watch. It looks like he's singing. Yeah.
Jail is that only communications
signaling
with
to his
attorneys
turtle
are
riders.
unmonitored.
yes, our policy is CSD 482. I have a copy here if you'd like.
No, I will take your testimony. I appreciate it.
You're
And
welcome.
I don't think I'm going to permit any further inquiry because those are just the facts that I needed to understand in connection with these motions. Thank you very much. All right. Attorney Mello, anything else you want to bring to my attention?
Your Honor, I was going to ask Mr. Castillo, while he's still here, if the court would grant permission for him just to play the recording of Attorney Bradl making his call to the jail, so Your Honor could actually hear it. And
You mean the one that is in your motion?
yes.
I do not need to hear that.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. All right. Anything else then?
Well,
See,
Oh my God, he is doing a signal. What does that signal mean?
Julie says he probably wants to speak, but in court, if the defendant wants to speak, they just can't until they're called upon. They can't say anything. They can talk to their lawyer and stuff like that, but they don't raise their hand like they're in class and it's like, pick me, like.
Pick me, guys, pick me. Guys, pick
I don't
me.
think that's how it works, does it?
I don't think it works that way, but we'll see. We'll see.
But he's signaling, so I don't know. I have no idea, but it's creepy because he looks creepy.
Let me see. Oh, by the way, while he's in jail, by the way,
did Annie?
What he did?
He did blow a kiss to
Yeah,
Grant
he did.
Ellis.
Yeah, he did, bro, because the Grant Ellis while in prison, while he was waiting to be when he was in the courtroom.
Okay, see, cocky. I don't like.
By the way, while he's in prison, his YouTube channel is still being run by someone. And 8 hours ago, he posted, did Ken Mello things in court today and made a fool of himself as he usually does. Judge Deborah Squirrel Lee took both his and attorney Tim Bradl motion under advisement after Mello asked the court to take away access to Turtle Boy's phone in jail and fine Bradl $10,000. And he has an article that he has someone write for him, and it says, Canton cover-up, part 277, Ken Mello embarrasses himself court today. So he's literally got fucking idiots, continuously fucking writing his blog, writing his site, to continue to, dig himself deeper into this motherfucking hole.
What do you mean phone? Take away his phone privileges, or does he have an actual phone?
Well, they give you a tablet to talk to people, your family and stuff like that via Zoom or something like that. They'll allow him to talk to his family, but not other people. He's been talking.
It's changed. It's fucking changed. I've known people who smuggle phones in, and it's not pretty.
Yeah,
it's changed.
I mean, show me you're not gonna change by just keep on running your blog to attack people while you're in jail.
Yeah, and Julie, I agree. He does look creepy. He kind of looks like if Timothy McVeigh was alive. And
you mean sick and diseased?
And aged. Yeah.
Timothy McVeigh diseased and
you know who Timothy McVeigh is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what he looked like.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. All right. Anything else then?
Well,
there you go.
One other quick, because Attorney Bradl made the comment, Judge, that he called the jail to take these people off the list. I would ask if that.
Hey, that's a mischaracterization that I called to take people off the list. I never did any such thing, Your Honor. I don't know what he's talking about.
That is certainly my understanding of what he's.
All right, both of you take a seat. Both of you.
Let me see. One moment. Let's see.
He looks really. I know, right? You get a tablet in jail. I wonder.
I think they give it to. They don't let you keep the tablet, but
you get tablet time.
You get tablet time. Like, hey, here's your tablet.
Kind of like what I do with my youngest. Here's a tablet. You have it for like 3 hours, and then
yeah. Let me see.
Tablet time.
Tablet time. Tablet time.
It's so weird. And he's running his YouTube.
Yeah, someone's running the YouTube. Okay. Oh, I see what you're talking about. Like, okay. Yeah, LTL, that's the guy. Yeah, I know what you're talking. So yeah, he's going through the documents. I wonder how he's getting these documents.
I don't. Is it
I wonder
trustable?
No, he got the doc. Yeah, it's a real court document, but he got the document probably because he's friendly with the attorney with Turtle Boy. I wonder. Yeah, so I know. Okay, I got that.
So you have the letter he wrote after this?
Yeah, but I'm not. It's not like I don't have the letter. It's just from his stream, so it's kind of like
okay.
Really,
yeah.
You know, I can't really read through his stream. It's just I'm not going to do that. I got to look for the letter myself.
Sir, if you could retake the stand.
And he did lie to the judge. He did say that he was the one that informed them. Like he really did.
Did the folks at the jail learn at some point that Ms. Altman and Ms. Healy were not attorneys?
Yes.
And when did you learn that? Or when did the jail learn that?
Around January 11th.
Okay. And has the jail taken steps with respect to phone calls between Mr. Carney and Ms. Altman and Ms. Healy?
Yes, we've removed them from the attorney privilege list.
Since January 11th?
January 11th, yes.
Okay. And how did you come to learn in particular that Ms. Altman was not an attorney?
Actually, I received a request from the Norfolk DA's office for Aidan Kearney's call detail log.
See, he just fucking lied. He lied. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't him that did it. It wasn't him who, soon as he found out 86 times later, he had to call off. Like, no, he just lied to the court. It was just a mistake, guys. Just a mistake. Give me a break.
I sent that over. I scanned it, emailed it, sent it over.
They get docs quickly, just the same way how Turtle Boy got docs quickly from documents, I'm saying, from Karen Reed's camp. You're friendly with a certain attorney, and they make sure to email you that document just in case. Because Mr. Bradl is trying to do the same tactics as Karen Reed's attorney, which is try to win public opinion on his side. So he's giving documents probably to friendly people who are friendly with Turtle Boy. I wouldn't be surprised if more people who are friendly with him are going to read these documents. So, I know that Bradl had to file to say, oh, I am the only attorney of record, so I'm the only one that should be able to contact my client in jail. So I know that.
A couple hours later, I received a call from one of the troopers stating that, I may want to take a look at my attorney client.
He looks shocked. Look at him.
Yeah.
In particular to inmate Kearney, offender Kearney, I should say.
Okay.
And that's what got the ball rolling.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. All right, Attorney Mello.
Thank you for informing me that this attorney, Mr. Bradl, lied to my face in less than 5 minutes of being in this courtroom and is going to proceed to lie to my face for the next half hour.
How is he a lawyer? I don't understand how he's a lawyer.
Oh, I don't know, man. He's dumb as a bag of rocks. Dumbest person I've ever seen.
And we've seen a lot of dumb people, so I believe it.
I mean, this guy's been practicing. He's like Attorney Bradl is 1992 Comma de London graduate. He's been practicing probably like 30 years, and he doesn't know this shit. I mean, come on.
Anything else you want to bring to my attention in connection with your motion?
Other than Your Honor, the fact that it was discovered by the jail in the messages Your Honor has, I believe in that set. There's a note that Ms. Altman had told Attorney Bradl twice, and she was not an attorney. Mr. Bradl asked the question, did you tell me that before or after I called the jail? Either way, he was aware that and he never called the jail to correct it once he found out.
Okay.
So I'm going to suggest to Your Honor that that is an attempt to circumvent the authority of the court to have Mr. Carney held in jail under the terms and conditions that the sheriff normally imposes on jailees.
All right. I appreciate that. Attorney Bradl.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. With respect to this assertion about...
I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you, officer.
Judge, with respect to this assertion about Ms. Altman, that conversation, those conversations when she told me she wasn't an attorney, we were just discussing who she was, and I was getting to know her about her role here. And she did tell me at the time that she wasn't an attorney. However, I didn't even remember that I mentioned this call. Now that it's under a microscope, of course, it's out there. But when
So now his excuse, Tony, if you don't get it, is that he forgot. He forgot about that call. But now that it's under a microscope, he remembers. Yes, he magically remembers now. What do you think of that? Would you, if that was your attorney, how would you feel?
I would literally scream into the camera and be like, "You're fired." Judge, I would like to request, a new lawyer, anything.
You'll do like what was that? What was it? I'm trying to think of that like Cousin Vinny thing, like.
But maybe this is like a good thing if you think about it.
I think this will be you. We're gonna just take a segue. Take a segue.
Oh, my Cousin Vinny.
This would be you.
5 minutes. You're fired. I want him.
Exactly.
You'd be like, "You're fired." It's like you're just like that.
Right. But I think it's like a good thing too, because then if he's stuck with a stupid lawyer who's obviously, playing stupid in the video, I don't know the phone call, and now you magically know. Well, maybe this is a good thing that he might get really charged.
Yeah, I mean, he's getting sanctioned. I'm 100% sure he's getting sanctioned.
That conversation, those conversations when she told me she wasn't an attorney, we were just discussing who she was, and I was getting to know her about her role here. And she did tell me at the time that she wasn't an attorney. However, I didn't even remember that I mentioned this call. Now that it's under a microscope, of course, it's out there. But when I spoke with Ms. Altman about those issues, I was confused about, when this was. When do we talk about that? Because I knew I would never have said that to Captain.
It's like a child trying to explain why they broke the window.
Yeah, it's like you know that he's lying by the fact that he's just over talking. Like
and
his hands are moving all over the place. He's like trying to see what will stick. He's looking at the judge's reaction to see if she's going to give him like some kind of leeway. But Mello,
thank you, Grandma. Sorry, I had to say thank you. Thank you, Grandma. I love Grandma. She's a beautiful woman.
Cool. Mello is like literally sitting there, and he's just says the facts, keeps quiet. That's when you know you have the fucking you just won. You just basically just have to speak a couple of times, boom. But let the idiot continue to.
Dementia is now his excuse. Is that
his excuse?
You know what the thing is though with this lawyer, I could see him using that and being like, I don't know, I have early onset dementia.
I have early onset dementia, and I don't know where I'm at.
I don't even know where I'm at. I thought I was at the movies.
Like you think he's gonna stop in the middle of this to avoid being disbarred? He just pulls down his pants and just like walks around the courtroom without his pants.
Insanity.
I got dementia, guys. I don't know where I'm at. Who I am.
Well, that's the thing with his lawyer. His lawyer seems very Hollywood to me.
Yeah, he's too fucking much, man. This guy.
Yeah.
For him. So since then, I have absolutely ascertained that those conversations were weeks later that she wasn't an attorney. She did tell me that, absolutely. But I didn't even remember that I...
No, he just admitted. That's when you see the lawyer, the judge just like snap her head. Did you see that? Like, watch this, watch this, watch this. Watch the judge.
Later. Since then, I have absolutely ascertained that those conversations were weeks later that she wasn't an attorney.
You see her snap when she said weeks
Let's
later?
do an instant replay. Just click back once. Yeah.
Like, watch.
On the phone if she told me that beforehand. So since then, I have absolutely ascertained that those conversations were weeks later that she wasn't an attorney.
Like, whoa.
It's like
weeks
she
later?
she looked up and she went, "Really? Please keep digging your hole."
You're
She's
like,
had enough of this. She's done.
Weeks later? Wait a minute. You had a conversation that this woman wasn't an attorney weeks later? Like, you had so you kept this quiet for weeks, sir? Like, what?
But you forgot.
I forgot. I had this conversation that this woman is not a lawyer and that she's having unsupervised conversations with my client. And I kept it silent for weeks later because I forgot, because I don't have this magical thing called a pen and paper where I can write down notes in which I can refer back to and just like say and refresh my memory.
I don't know how to lawyer today. That's what it is.
She did tell me that, absolutely. But I didn't even remember that I mentioned that to Captain Linsky on that voicemail weeks prior that, oh, she's an attorney, she's a paralegal. So more to the point, Judge.
You said she was an attorney. More to the point, Judge. I said she was an attorney when she's not an attorney, and because they wouldn't give her privileged, unsupervised conversations if she was a paralegal via the facts of that jailer, that guy who came in, that officer that just testified to that. So,
sorry, lawyering is hard today.
Lawyering is very hard today. The Turtle Riders are so funny. Bradl has 30 years experience, but doesn't know the basic jail rules. Yeah, he's just and like what's crazy is I've watched the Turtle Riders review this, and their brains I feel like are melted. Like they don't want to listen to the words that are coming out of Bradl's mouth. He has made up so far. How many excuses has he made up? 2 thus far. I forgot, and I thought I forgot. And and then he made up a lie about calling in. He's going to come up with more excuses like, well, she's a paralegal. Well, she's a great paralegal, and I'm planning on hiring her. And, some other things.
Other than what the jail's policy is, the issue here is what was the interactions? And all this is laid out in my affidavit, Judge, and in my motion. And that's exactly what happened. There's nothing here but an honest mistake. An
honest mistake. Well, let me ask you a question, Tony.
Yeah.
What would happen if, let's say, a gangster was in prison, and he was a lawyer said that one of his gang affiliates was a lawyer and was able to get unsupervised conversations with him, and so he can tell him where the witnesses were and what to do.
And you're asking what I would do?
No, you're asking what would that be? What would that scenario happen? Like, would someone die as a result, like a witness?
Well, that's the thing.
Killed?
That's the thing. Witnesses need to be protected. No matter what the case is, the witness needs to be protected. And if any lawyer or anybody from the defendant's side tries to contact them, that is harassment. You're putting their life in danger. It's not fucking right. And at this case, I don't even know why the judge is putting up with any of it.
Well, the judge right now is just hearing this sanction hearing. This is just a sanction hearing. So she's finding out the facts of the case. And she's going to rule, spoiler alert, I think on February 6th, I think. She's going to make her ruling.
At the time, I got 3 folks from the civil side of this thing where Ms. Dombrowski, and you have her letter there. She's working on the First Amendment aspects of this case. And
now, that lady, that Dombrowski, whatever, is a woman that runs a 501c3. Turtle Boy thinks that he's going to be able to sue the Boston, Massachusetts for unlawful arrest, entertainment, and stopping his First Amendment. Now, what happened is those 2 people that got him unsupervised conversations, 86 times, they're working as a volunteer basis for the 501c3 to help in his gathering information for his lawsuit, his coming lawsuit he thinks he's going to have.
Is this real?
This is real. This is real. I'm not making this up. He really is planning on suing the Boston, Massachusetts for illegally arresting him. And this 501c3 based in New York, Drimbowski or whatever, is the person that runs it, and she's basically planning on picking up his case.
Wait, is he in Boston now?
Yeah, he lives in Boston. He's Boston, Massachusetts. This
He
is all
lives
Boston.
in Boston?
This is all Boston, man.
Oh my fucking god! That's probably why I saw it on my Amazon.
Yeah, this is all Boston, man. This is right up your alley.
Oh god! It explains the accents too, because you can hear the and I was just
like, wait a minute, this sounds familiar.
Like, are you one of
you're
me?
Gonna be our you're gonna be the guy that's gonna infiltrate the turtle riders. You're gonna go in there and say,
I mean, at this point, I'm kind of like, well, if they're allowing the general public to go into to sit,
you can go in the courtroom. Yeah,
I'm thinking about it now. I'm like, maybe I would,
just like you could sit right next to Grant Elliott and be like, yo, from Zero to Manic, yo, what's up?
Yeah, I'll make like a Zero to Manic shirt. I don't even have to say anything; just wear the shirt.
You'll be beat up by a bunch of fucking 50-year-old geriatrics in the front of the fucking courthouse.
Oh, that was fine. I'll just put my arms out and be like, "Do it! I need a lawsuit to win. I'll be rich."
You're not gonna be suing any of those. Those people don't have a fucking pot to piss in.
I'll kick their canes. I'll just kick their canes and they'll just fall on
You'll be our guy on the ground with the phone, so we can just like use you as our live stream. I'll be like.
And the First Amendment aspects of this case were starting to arise, Your Honor. And so Mr. Carney arranged and Mr. Dombrowski.
That's him freezing, not us.
Oh, okay.
Have 3 people to help me with the First Amendment. After that, Mr. Carney got incarcerated on a bail revocation. And I've been speaking, and they all speak with Mr. Carney. And so I'm not 100% familiar with the rules about attorneys or paralegals or investigators or who's allowed and who's not.
Well, we all now know only attorneys.
Yeah, you're right.
I've been a lawyer for 30 some odd years.
33 years.
I went to school to be a lawyer. I
finished the
thousands.
Of my class.
Right. I spent thousands.
No,
to go. Like
hundreds
he
of
definitely didn't go to Harvard. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, and like you saw the judge basically say, we all know the rules now, don't we?
Yeah. Like there's no talking about it. We know the rules now. You fucked up.
It's like she knows this guy's full of shit. He knew the motherfucking rules about paralegals. He knew the rules about lawyers, and he knew this fucking shit. And he's just fucking blowing smoke. He's hoping to blow enough smoke up her fucking ass that she'll be blinded by the smoke and not see the truth. She's seeing right through this guy. This guy might be like fast talking, lying people like this guy, Bradl. They're impressive to the uneducated, but to the educated, we all see through this motherfucker. Just a fast talking carny. Sits selling you fucking snake oil salesman type of shit.
Mm-hmm. Oh, look at Annie's from you. You see, you're a Bostonian too. Yeah. Yeah,
Kearney.
It's Connie.
Carney. I'm saying Kearney. I'm gonna butcher his name just for the fun of it. I'm local to Tony, Quincy, and Cape Cod. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
cool.
I don't want to say where I'm from, but I'm close enough to Boston.
He's gonna be in the courtroom. He's gonna be our guy on the fucking ground.
I'm
that's this little. We'll get him we'll get the little thing that holds his phone so we can live stream like this with the stick.
Oh, one of those fanciest, like a selfie stick.
And you got a selfie stick. Well, then you'll just pretend to be a turtle rider. Be like, I love Turtle Boy. I hope he gets out of jail.
I hope so bad.
I love him. I hope my Lord and Savior Turtle Boy gets out of jail.
Right. Certainly now we know. But at the time, my practice would be to just make sure my phone numbers are on the list. And you have the voicemail there that shows that I clearly stated that this one's a paralegal, this one's an attorney, and I was just mistaken about that she was an attorney. I thought she was an attorney. And just subject.
Did you hear that? See, this is the problem with fast
There's
talkers.
a lot of excuses, yeah.
But you're listening to it. Listen, this is the problem with fast talkers and people that talk too much. They fucking self-snitch. So listen to this. Listen to this.
Shows that I clearly stated that this one's a paralegal, this one's an attorney, and I was just mistaken about that she was an attorney. I thought she was an attorney.
I thought she was an attorney. And you see her look up again? You see? Yeah. She's catching it. She's catching lies.
She's putting up with a lot of shit because I would have been like,
And does she look very pleased?
No, she doesn't. But I will tell you this though, it's really scary that she looks familiar.
Yeah, she's probably like down your block.
She looks
Hey,
familiar.
Mrs. Robinson. No, I'm joking. I'm just making up. Hey,
Gross.
Mrs. Robinson. But anyway, but like basically he's like saying you could tell that she's had it with his bullshit. But he just basically said, I don't know the rules. I thought she was an attorney. I forgot. We had a conversation a few weeks ago that she's a paralegal. But how could you have a conversation with a few weeks ago that she's a paralegal, but then think that she's an attorney?
It's so stupid. See, I'm so confused with the bullshit being flung. That is, I'm gonna ask you because I am confused now. Is she an attorney?
No, she's not even a paralegal.
Then what the fuck?
She is a turtle rider. She is a fan. So what's happening is that he's continuing to harass the witness against him and he's having non-privileged conversation with turtle riders, 2 of them, 87 times. 87 times where he had communications and where he's probably directing them on a harassment campaign and things that he can do to fucking go try to drop these charges. Because this guy is a serial harasser. He has, I mean, at one point during Dolly's stream, I didn't realize this, but he basically what did Charlie pulled up this weird tweet that this guy did. Let me get it.
Wait, he's friends with Dolly?
No, he's not friends with Dolly. No, he's not.
I was about to say.
Dolly is not a friend with this guy.
Dolly's a dick, but I think Dolly has like his limits on things.
No, I don't think Dolly would ever support an idiot like this. I don't think that would be quite crazy.
Don't get me wrong. Don't like Dolly at all.
Yeah.
But even I can be like, Dolly.
Yeah, there's
really sunk.
Yeah, there's no way that Dolly would drop. I mean, like maybe if he had like 100,000 subs, but I don't know. I mean, like, let me see. What did he say? He was like outside of school at one point, and he was screaming. What was it? I'm gonna find it. Oh, okay. He was outside of school, and he was screaming, "Yes, I am a sex goblin," while recording in front of a school.
A school, like a middle school,
like a regular school. I don't know if it's a middle school. It's like an old tweet, and it says, "Yes, I am a sex goblin."
That's so tacky. You don't go in front of a school and start yelling shit like that. He does look like a goblin, though.
I think at the time I had it in my head that she was somehow related to a firm that's familiar to me called Altman and Altman.
So now he's stating that he thought that she was not only an attorney, but she's a partner in a firm that he knew that he had some sort of he knew about this firm that he's familiar with. If you're familiar with the firm, you damn sure are going to know the fucking partners. Because if it's a partner, they have their names on the firm. Yeah. And if she's the actual partner, you're going to fucking know her name.
Yeah, so right.
You're going to know her. You're going to meet her once in a while. And you got to realize another thing a lot of people on the outside don't realize. Attorneys are a very small circle. So you got a circle of civil attorneys and you got a circle of criminal attorneys. And if you've been doing this for 30-something years, you know everyone in that motherfucking circle, unless they're like newly barred attorneys. If you've been practicing that, you know everyone, first name basis, the rumors, everything, because it's such a small community. Everyone knows everyone in your circle. So this guy's full of shit. Yeah. Absolutely full of shit.
And I think I might have just conflated that or something, but it was just an honest mistake.
Honest mistake.
Miss Altman.
Look at that. Look at that
if he feels like if he says it enough, it will be true.
Yeah, but do you see like the micro smile from the judge when he said,
"Yeah,
a mild mistake."
And Miss Healy and a third one, Miss Murray, have been wonderful paralegals, some of the best paralegals I've ever worked with on this case. And, you know, I just don't understand why or where Mr. Mello can stand up in front of the court and make a statement that Ms. Healy, for example, has never had any paralegal training. Like, are we going to really go into the issue of what the training is of these folks? I mean, Ms. Healy has taken college classes, just because he raised it. Ms. Healy's taken college classes for criminal justice, and she's amazing, and she's a terrific paralegal. In fact,
but she's not.
I'm going to be hiring her for some of my CPCS murder cases.
Oh my God.
I'm cringing so bad. Like, please stop talking. Like, just say I'm sorry. You know, I forgot, and just sit down.
He already said that. He said he forgot. He thought she was a partner.
I don't get it.
Now she's gonna be a great paralegal, and I plan on hiring her. I mean, his lies are just like stumbling over each other. Just stumbling. Forgot, paralegal, thought she's a lawyer, thought she's a partner.
I thought we were in Canada.
I thought we were in Canada.
He seems like he's deranged enough to be like, just stop. You know, sometimes just stop talking. You know what I mean?
You know, my client is a sex goblin.
I would die if he said that. He's like,
my client should not be held by human laws because he's a sex goblin. He's not human. We need.
Oh God!
He cannot be restrained by him. He needs to be taken away from human laws.
And this is the funny thing is nobody around him is telling him to shut up.
Yeah, he just keeps on burying himself. Bradl talks too much. You need to make one argument and stick to it. But bro, this guy's got like 4 or 5 arguments.
But they find out in this video that she is not a paralegal. Please tell me that.
She isn't. Everyone knows she's not a paralegal. Everyone knows.
So why does he keep fucking talking? Like, I'm really.
Because he's an idiot. I mean, he's worse. He's the worst attorney I've ever seen in my life.
We're all attorneys, right, Annie? Like, I'm a lawyer.
I'm a lawyer.
I was a doctor 2 nights ago. I'm a lawyer today.
Joking. That's a joke.
Well, no. I'm saying I'm joking.
Okay. And I've actually got the ball rolling on that.
I think we're afield.
I'm sorry?
We're getting a little far afield.
She's like, okay, shut the fuck up, please. We'd like to get out of here.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to respond to the things that he raised, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
You don't need to respond to everything that he raised.
Okay.
I've read your papers. I understand your position, which is that it was an error on your part, that it was not intentional.
It was an absolute oversight, Your Honor. And at the time, I didn't know whether the fine points of their policy, whether it meant just lawyers or paralegals and investigators. And so
paralegals and investigators? Oh my God.
I'm just, I would be so, like, if I was him, Turtle Boy, I would be so embarrassed and I would just be yelling at the camera.
No, what happened is that he knew, like, listen, I think Bradl knew that this lady wasn't a fucking lawyer and wrote it down to say that she was a lawyer so she could have unprivileged conversations with Turtle Boy. And now he's covering his ass.
In that situation, you just do full disclosure. I said to them, Captain Linsky was very professional and helpful. And they said, here's the people that are on our legal team. And a previous call, I believe I said it was Mark Geppetta, our investigator, and Ms. Dombrowski, the other lead counsel on the civil issues. And then on this call that's in counsel's filing, I said very clearly, Courtney Healy, paralegal, and again, Ms. Altman, I thought she was a lawyer. So I was not trying to deceive or hide anyone's status from anyone. I was putting it on the jail to do whatever they were going to do. And so I received a message, and that's in my affidavit, Your Honor, the next day, that everybody was on the list. And I thought that was great, and that we were going to be able to strategize and
all right. I understand your position, Mr. Bradl. Attorney Mello, the first request that you have of me in your motion is that the Norfolk County Sheriff be ordered to revoke the defendant's privilege of communicating with parties other than his counsel of record. Given the testimony that I have heard today, you want to stop his ability to use the tablet or the telephone in all respects.
Other than his children and Attorney Bradl, yes, Your Honor.
And what power do I have to do that?
Your Honor,
order the Sheriff's Department to limit his telephone privileges entirely.
The inherent authority of the court allows that, Your Honor. The court can certainly do that, issue that restriction.
But I thought your point was those would be monitored. All communications other than with counsel of record would be monitored.
They would be, Your Honor. However, what's come out thus far has certainly been harassing to some of the individuals as I indicated, the victim who, the last arrest that put Mr. Kearney in the jail, just online this week, indicating, this victim knows I'm innocent. And there have been a number of other elements of harassment.
He looks so
Mind you, this is the same defendant judge that has openly acknowledged in court that he wanted the opportunity to post DCF records about this particular.
And that's true. He did want to post DCF records of the woman and attack the fact that she had 4 children and to guilt his victim. And he's lying now, Turtle Boy, by shaking his head because he's a liar. He is that's a fact. Mm-hmm. He made that request. Bradl made that motion, that request during the hearing. And Turtle Boy's a fucking liar. He is a garbage human being. I think Sex Goblin actually kind of perfectly shows what he is. He is like a goblin. I think he's 42. Mm-hmm. He is some sort of disgusting creature that should be banned from the law, like human laws, and put into some sort of cave or something. He's very animate, his facial expressions while this lawyer is talking right now is a big tell for me. Yeah. I'm an attorney, you're an attorney. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's bad.
A victim in order to humiliate him for no other purpose. So he's still engaged in his campaign, if you will, of harassment and intimidation. And the original order was that came out from the district court in Stoughton. All those cases are now no pros.
Stoughton.
The purpose of the order was to stop him from directly or indirectly attempting to intimidate people. He's behind bars, Your Honor, and he's just as active as he was when he was in public.
Yes. But that's why I asked you at the outset. There is no order like that in this case now.
No.
Okay. Anything else then before I take this under advisement, Attorney Mello?
Your Honor, we do have the last, and this is in an abundance of caution. I know it's unprecedented. We have taint teams being established in this matter for various telephones and electronic devices that have been taken. Obviously, Your Honor, the purpose of a taint team is to prevent the Commonwealth from viewing anything that would be considered to be attorney-client or otherwise prohibited to the Commonwealth that's on these devices. One of our concerns, Judge, with that respect is that we need, and this is what's unprecedented, the Commonwealth feels it needs a taint team of sorts that works in the present time. We are so concerned about Mr. Bradl's actual intentions, and the Commonwealth, I apologize, the Commonwealth does not concur with Mr. Bradl's position that it was an accident or an error.
That goes into the category of no shit Sherlock, that's for sure. Mm-hmm. We all know that. I mean, the guy made up 15 different excuses on why he made this mistake. It's just ridiculous at this point, an absolute ridiculous thing that it's a shit show. Who would ever believe, let me ask you, Tony, would you ever believe any of Bradl's arguments right now, that guy in the black suit? Oh no, after that little sideshow he just did, I would just be laughing my ass off. And then this is I gotta show you something, man. This is crazy. This is the comments I'm looking at. Mello is unconstitutional, and he has the right to ask limits in screening his attorney to communications. Mello needs to be disbarred. The same should be ordered against Mello's 2 POS. Mello is an embarrassment. I can't wait until he is shown the same courtesy he shows others. I hope Mello is personally sued by these people. Mello is reaching. This judge isn't Bev. Believe it, I guess. Amen. Is it fair to punish Turtle Boy because his attorney's mistakes? As soon as they discover this mistake, they were wringing their hands thinking about how to use this to shut TB down. Scary times, folks. Scary times. These people love using their power to try to save their own asses. The judge is actually listening. Hopefully she is hearing the case. Why were the asking for his call logs to begin with? They are doing anything they can to try to silence him. The request to record his hit attorney call, but only report to the court.
I just went cross-eyed trying to read that too.
That is like, this is the level of education we're dealing with, people. Like, these people
did the judge grant the motion, or
no? She's waiting till, well, she granted the only attorney can talk to him, but she's got to wait for the sanctions until February 6th. Basically, she has to read the motions and make a decision on the Taint team. I don't think I don't know if the Taint team will be allowed in, but because it's pretty unprecedented to do that. But we'll see.
Certainly, that's something that at the very least should have been confirmed. So, again, the Commonwealth does not concur that it was an accident. Nonetheless, given the fact that Mr. Bradl made such a move, if you will, to have non-attorneys listed as attorneys, we're concerned that Mr. Bradl's motives may be to play up to the defendant's desire for this publicity that he has, and that if attorney communications with the defendant were unmonitored, Mr. Bradl could use those communications as an opportunity for third parties to be involved, to simply engage in the same types of unmonitored conversations that the jail's rules are intended to prohibit.
I don't know what you are inferring, that Mr. Bradl would put someone else on the phone?
Yes. That's a concern the Commonwealth has, Judge.
All right, so you are asking me to appoint somebody to monitor all communications between the defendant and his counsel in this case.
And only report to the court, not to the Commonwealth, Judge.
And under what authority do you make that request? Or is this entirely an unprecedented request?
Entirely unprecedented, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you. I understand what you're asking for. Attorney Bradl?
I'm completely shocked at what.
Okay, we don't need to start with.
And
because she's like, okay, we don't need you being a drama queen. Can you get to the motherfucking argument so we can see, like, I want to get to the meat and potatoes of this argument to see why I should deny this motion, why I shouldn't sanction you $10,000 for being an incompetent moron, and why I shouldn't fucking make sure that no one else has outside communications with your client, since your client's a sex goblin and uses like every single opportunity to intimidate witnesses.
I'm already over it. I'm already over it. Like, it's just, and after reading the comments, I'm kind of like, wow, there's just a lot of stupid people out there.
There's some levels of stupidity. I mean, honestly, it's a wonder that humans are actually the dominant species of this planet, to be honest with you. It makes you like contemplate, like, wow, that really happened, huh? Humans became the dominant species over all these creatures.
This is why we need to be invaded by aliens.
I don't know about that, because
the idea that I'm doing something wrong is just so completely offensive to me.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Fathom, Your Honor.
Let's focus on my power and authority to do what the Commonwealth is asking me to do.
There's no power to do that, Judge, but I just can't sit here and have counsel level these charges against me without responding. I would never do anything of the sort. I never have done anything.
You did you did it 86 times. You basically said that these two people were lawyers and that you gave them unaccessed, unmonitored conversations that could have resulted in the possible death or injury or they're already a harassment, by the way. There's multiple videos released about this witness that's testifying against them. Because of this, your little mistake could have cost someone's life. Your little tiny little mistake could have had someone killed. And you just say, oh, it's just a small little mistake, guys. Small little mistake. No, it's not a mistake. You gave 4 different excuses.
Yeah, this is my thing. He's locked up right now in a holding for something of this nature, and you're just allowing him to continue. That's like giving the meth head more meth. Yeah,
it's like he was already charged with witness intimidation. And then when he got out on his own reconnaissance, did further witness intimidation for his own case. Gets put in a cell, and now is doing while he's behind cell, has someone running his YouTube channel to continue his harassment campaign against people.
Anything of the sort, and there's nothing but complete utter speculation with respect to what he's saying, that they're worried that I'm going to do something with the calls.
All right, Mr. Bradl,
So
are you the only counsel of record for Mr. Carney in this case?
yes, Your Honor.
Does he have other counsel in connection with other pending criminal matters?
No, Your Honor.
You are his only lawyer?
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to take this all under advisement.
Did you see his face? Like, he was shocked for a moment.
Yeah, I don't.
Like when he said the only lawyer, what was that about?
Does he have other counsel in connection with other pending criminal matters?
No, Your Honor.
Yes.
You are his only lawyer?
Yes.
All right.
What, like, he's like, he don't even know what's going on. Like, he's just like, my lawyer went rogue.
Wait a minute, you're my only lawyer? Wait a minute, what?
It's really weird when your client is confused of what you're saying. That's when you know you've sunk.
Like, he's like, I thought I had a team of lawyers. Wait a minute, you're my
Yeah.
only lawyer?
Yes, and as long as they're friendly aliens, yes, obviously friendly, because we don't want
aliens.
those weird aliens, you know.
Oh my god.
Coming to
So
attack.
I'm going to take this all under advisement, but I am going to direct you today to send a written communication to the Norfolk County Sheriff's Office indicating that you are the only attorney of record for Mr. Carney, and then file
Just shake
with
your
the
head,
court
no.
an indication that you did so. All right?
Actually, Judge, now that I say that, there may be another attorney who there may be another attorney who is on.
Oh, you see, he say Mark. He's trying to remind his attorney about Mark.
He's another attorney who speaks with Mr. Carney about First Amendment matters and advises him as well.
And where is he barred?
In Massachusetts, Your Honor.
He's a Massachusetts barred attorney.
Yes.
So
I have to look into it. I don't know. I'm just trying to be absolutely careful about everything that I say. To the
no,
court.
I want counsel of record in his criminal matters.
Okay, just
So if Mr. or Attorney Randazzo.
Randazza is a guy who basically represents people that does a lot of fucked up free speech stuff, which whatever. And also as a guy that has interviewed Turtle Boy 3 years ago. So they are friendly.
Mark
Randazza. If he wishes to be on that list at the Norfolk County jail, he'll have to enter an appearance in this case. So you are to communicate with the jail that you are the only attorney of record for Mr. Carney and report to the court that you've done so, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
He's like, please don't.
By the end of Monday.
Sure.
By the end of today, actually.
Okay.
Okay? All of the other requests that the Commonwealth is seeking, I will take under advisement, unless there's anything else you want me to understand.
Judge, there's quite a bit more in my motion that I want to bring before the court.
I gotta cry.
Right.
With respect to Ms. Altman, Your Honor, I've only spoken to her a couple of times, and she was presented to me at the time as part of this team, and I gave it to the jail about who was what, and what they were going to do was up to them. I'm not responsible for their jail policies. I'm responsible for my client, and I wasn't sure whether people on the team could have those calls or not. So that's why I left it to the jail, and it's all on the voicemail, and there was nothing that was hidden or deceptive about it whatsoever. And after all this came to light, Your Honor, keep in mind, I never knew anything about Ms. Altman being called. I never knew anything about anything until counsel filed this motion. And which leads me to my next point, Your Honor, that I want to ask the court to strike the pleading. The pleading absolutely does not comply with the rules, and it does not have any affidavit, and there's no swearing whatsoever to it. And it was, again, continued here in court, where counsel's making these speculative, insane, unsubstantiated allegations about me and about Mr. Carney and everything else. Counsel likes to say what I'm aware of, Your Honor, okay? I'd like to tell the court what I'm aware of and what I'm not aware of. I had never met Ms. Altman at the time of this, of giving her name to the jail. And the conversations about when she talked to me about what she did and who she was, about her not being an attorney, were much later. And again, I did not equate those conversations with anything that I said to the jail in passing on a voicemail to Captain Linsky. So counsel files this motion, Your Honor, and
so basically it's like, I forgot, guys. I forgot the conversation where I was talking to her that she was a paralegal. And, you know, I don't really have control over anything. Just my client. And I might have told them in the voicemail that she's an attorney, but I forgot about that. So that doesn't count. Okay. Would that work for you as an argument?
I don't know. Listening to that little snippet that he just did, like what we would just watch, I feel like I need to go lay down and take a 40-minute nap. I'm over it. Like, he just keeps talking.
Yeah, he's just so fucking, just talks himself into a fucking conundrum.
I would be livid if I was Turtle Boy right now. Do you know how pissed I would be?
No, he's not. He's not pissed at him. He's pissed that he got caught. That's what he got pissed off with.
But like, if my lawyer gets caught and gets caught up in things and they just keep talking.
Yeah, stupid, man, stupid. All right, see you.
Be safe, Grandma.
And publishes all of the phone numbers, all the private cell phone numbers of myself, Ms. Healy, and Ms. Altman. And as you can see in the motion, Judge, as a result of counsel for the Commonwealth doxing all of us in this public filing, Ms. Altman receives threatening text messages that absolutely scare the heck out of her and terrorize her.
Now, it's kind of rich coming from him when his client literally put people's social security numbers on his blog, their home address, their names, pictures of their children, their cell phone numbers, and also filmed one officer while he was going to the bathroom, proceeded to protest in front of that officer's house, proceeded to threaten the DA and threaten police officers, proceeded to go in front of an actual business and try to close down the business by claiming that the place makes pizza out of human blood, proceeded to harass one guy who was a councilman every single council meeting he can and chase him down into the parking lot, proceeds to do all this shit, and then he's going to cry about his phone numbers being put in a motion because, number one, that is the basis of what you put down. Like, who cares if it's like not redacted? It's like, you put that in there, sir, and now it's part of the record. It's public record at this point. So that was your fault. That's her fault. Maybe if she was like a smart, so professional as a paralegal or an attorney, she would have put her business phone on the fucking thing if she was actually going there on a business related endeavor. You know what I mean? You don't put your home phone number as an attorney unless you're an idiot, maybe like Bradl, who's a fucking moron.
You just can't do that.
Yeah, you put your office phone number or something like that. You don't put your fucking real phone number, like
your work phone or something. Yeah.
Your Honor. And in that respect, Your Honor, she is absolutely scared and horrified and intimidated. And I've spoken to her personally about that. And she has a copy of all my filings, Your Honor. And here we have this situation, Judge, where in the course of trying to say that I'm doing something wrong, counsel publishes these phone numbers and absolutely exposes Ms. Altman and Ms. Healy and myself to unwanted harassment. And in this case, in fact, as I published in the filing, Ms. Altman did receive that very night a number of obnoxious, threatening, harassing messages, and I published one of them for you so you can see what she was dealing with. And this is from counsel for the Commonwealth. Lawyers have obligations, Your Honor. Lawyers have obligations to not dox people, first of all, Your Honor, to not publish sensitive private information in pleadings. That was done here, and that is outrageous and that is unprofessional.
Are you asking me to seal? I know it's out in the public realm somewhat now, but are you asking me to do anything in connection with the Commonwealth's motion?
They doxed me. They doxed me, guys. I mean, they doxed me. Sir,
are you saying karma is working?
Like, sir, your people, they went there, they wrote their names on a public sign-in sheet to the prison. There was no expectations of privacy when you do something like that.
No.
It's part of the record. It's part of the court record at that point. It's like, this is not like someone grabbed your fucking, like, doxing to me is like, let's say I grabbed Tony's information and I started reading off his home address, his name, all that shit on a live, right? Or I drop documents on a live, like on a blog or something. That's doxing.
Malicious attack.
Also, there would be like malicious intent behind it. Like I wanted to fuck with you. Submitting a court document showing that this is a sign-in and this is their numbers and this is the name they sign into is not doxing. It is a court filing. It is a public record. Now, because your incompetency, again, Mr. Bradl, you didn't think about this beforehand at all. And you didn't like say, well, let me put my actual office address, like phone number there, just in case, or anything like that. So yet again, you're trying to now push and say, well, Mr. Mello is the incompetent, evil one. But it's like, nope, you are the incompetent, stupid one in this point.
Whatever we can do now is to seal it for now so that at least it's from now on, it's sealed and the private information is not public.
All right.
Or at least that portion of it.
Any objection to that, Attorney Mello?
I would just ask that the numbers be redacted.
Well, we will impound what has been filed, and if you would provide a copy with the numbers redacted, that can go on the public docket.
Very good. Thank you, Your Honor.
I find good cause to do so. Attorney Bradl, anything else?
Yes, Your Honor. Judge. In this case, Your Honor, counsel for the Commonwealth has charged Mr. Carney with the exact same conduct categorically as he has done here to me.
That is a lie. That is a lie. Your social security number was not posted on those filings. No one came to your family and harassed them in games or tried to close down your business. No one filmed you while you were taking a piss in the bathroom, sir. That is bullshit. Your client is a sex goblin and a garbage human being. And honestly, if he was set on fire in front of me, I probably wouldn't spit on him to put the flames out. Because
I was about to say, couldn't pay me enough to piss on him to put fire. No, fuck it.
Because he's a revenge pornographer and a garbage human being. And he knows he's doing this. And this, you know what? And the reason why I say that is because you know how many fucking women probably got silenced by this guy and got intimidated and harassed in their silence? This unnamed number of like women forced to be silenced, to be blackmailed, like probably a lot. If he's just normally just has a contingency plan with this lady, and I'm supposed to feel bad for this guy? No, I feel
again. Go back to when you were talking about that lady with the abortion pill.
Yeah, and she had 4 kids.
Guy.
Yeah, and she had 4 kids. She has 4 kids, and they wanted to report her to have her kids taken away. They do that. They posted her address. They posted her name. They posted what hospital she went to. And then while he's in jail, he posted a picture of her face on his YouTube channel when the sidebar thing. So, yeah, I don't have sympathy for this guy.
To Ms. Healy and to Ms. Altman, with the results actually happening to Ms. Altman, unfortunately. I'm not going to go over the factual underpinnings of it, Judge. It's in my motion. But the same exact conduct is charged to Mr. Carney, where he's alleged to have held up a piece of paper on his YouTube show with phone numbers on it and then called phone numbers and then mentioned phone numbers on his show. And then that was to one of the troopers on the underlying Karen Reed murder case, Your Honor. Yeah,
Proctor's wife, by the way. Yes, he was actually prank calling Proctor's wife and harassing her and thought it was hilarious to do that. Proctor is one of the investigative officers in the Karen Reed murder case. So he thought that was funny. He thought that was good. But that was for malicious intent. That's what he did. Court filings are not for malicious intent, sir. Your argument for doxing is garbage.
Exactly what Annie said. Yep.
And then the charging documents indicate, Your Honor, that Mr. Proctor, the trooper involved, received threatening messages, et cetera, et cetera.
He did.
And that was the basis in the Stoughton court for a charge of witness intimidation on Mr. Carney.
Yeah.
And here, counsel for the Commonwealth has engaged in the exact same behavior with the exact same results.
No, because number one, your statements are factually inaccurate. Both those people are not witnesses to a case, nor a murder trial, number one. So throw out the whole witness intimidation thing. Number two, the documents were not published for malicious intent. They were published because they were factual information for the case in which the judge had to see it. Now, the issue is that it's not the problem of the district attorney to seal the documents. It's your problem. You should immediately went there, and your first motion should have been to seal the phone numbers, or at the least advise these people that you had a conversation with that this is a public record and it could be shown in court, and it could be put on multiple social media platforms. So this is your problem, and it does not relate to what Turtle Boy did.
That Ms. Altman has received threatening messages.
And that's the basis of your request that I issue an order to show cause regarding recusal.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Yeah, he's trying to have Mello removed from prosecuting Turtle Boy with this motion.
Right.
Counsel now has a personal stake in this case because counsel's categorically committed the exact same conduct that he's charging my client with.
No, false.
It's just talk about unprecedented. Mr. Mello likes to talk about what's unprecedented. What's unprecedented is that the prosecutor is engaging in the same criminal conduct that Mr. Carney is alleged to have engaged in. Counsel for the Commonwealth now has developed a personal stake in this case. Counsel for the Commonwealth is not a disinterested observer, an advocate for the Commonwealth interested in doing justice. Counsel for the Commonwealth has inserted themselves, has wrapped themselves in.
Now, I love how earlier he says that he doesn't want someone to actually comment on what he's thinking, right, Tony? Remember that?
Yeah, yep.
And now he wants to comment on what the Commonwealth's state of mind is when publishing court documents are, and wants the judge to rule upon those things. Like, just this guy is just out of his fucking mind.
I don't know why nobody's shutting him up.
Well, they will soon.
Personally into the allegations in the case.
All right, I understand your argument.
So based on that, Judge, I think I'm not asking right this minute that he be disqualified, but I'm asking that you issue an order to show cause and set up a hearing as to why counsel for the Commonwealth should not be disqualified in this case.
Attorney Mello, how much time do you need to respond to that request?
Which one in particular, Judge?
The request that I issue an order to show cause regarding recusal.
I believe that Mr. Bradl has put 14 days in his motion. I believe he requested the maximum within 14 days. I'd ask for the 14 days, Judge. And if I may, Judge, there's a huge distinction.
Well, wait a minute. So you are saying you will file something in response by February 9?
Yes, please.
All right. When I receive that, I'll make a determination about whether I issue an order to show cause and whether we have an evidentiary hearing.
But if I may, Your Honor, the distinction that Mr. Bradl, between the facts and what Mr. Bradl is saying, Mr. Bradl is indicating this was doxed. The reality is the telephone numbers here were absolutely relevant to this matter. This wasn't a gratuitous publication of telephone numbers of individuals. This is a publication to the court. This was a filing with the court. It was not an outside filing. It was not in a press release, whatever. It's a filing with the court of the numbers that Mr. Bradl indicated were attorney numbers.
That's a lie, Your Honor. I did not indicate they were attorney numbers.
Don't interrupt.
Wow.
I've read what you indicated. Go ahead.
And Mr. Bradl indicated they were attorney and paralegal numbers, Your Honor. He published that to the jail. Okay? And that is a matter of our motion that was absolutely relevant and part of our motion. Had it been a different number, whatever the case may be, it would have been inconsequential in terms of the motion. Mr. Bradl made those numbers known as part of our motion. They were very relevant. And
See? His incompetence, Bradl's incompetence is what caused those things.
Go ahead. I'm just going to mute because there's a bunch of police and stuff.
Oh, they're coming to get you. Don't worry. Yeah, well, that might be the last time we hear from Tony. He's done for. But this is his incompetence, and he wants to cover it up. and try to say that Mello was did this for malicious intent. No, sir. You're the one that put the phone numbers on that record, knowing that it's a public record and that it could be filed and it would be public to the general audience.
Is he a new lawyer or is he an old lawyer? Because people can become lawyers in their 30s.
He's been doing this for 33 years.
Okay, so he needs to retire and he needs to take care of himself. Clearly, take
it's
medication.
Take some medication.
And the motion could not have flown otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I appreciate everybody's arguments. I understand everybody's arguments. Let me tell you how I have endorsed what is in front of me at the moment. The Commonwealth's motion for remedial orders and sanctions has two endorsements. Number one, counsel for Mr. Carney is to inform Norfolk County Jail by the end of day today that he is the only attorney of record for Mr. Carney at this time, and report to the court in writing by close of business Monday, January 29th, that he has done so. Second order on the motion for remedial orders and sanctions. Upon oral request for good cause, paper 4, the Commonwealth's motion, is impounded. Counsel for the Commonwealth to file a redacted copy for the public file. Mr. Bradl's cross motion is endorsed. Commonwealth to respond to cross motion on or before February 9, 2024. With respect to the Commonwealth's other requests for relief in the motion for remedial orders and sanctions, I will take those under advisement.
Thank you, Ron.
We have a 2/16 date for pretrial conference too. Thank you.
Thank you all.
So that's pretty much it with that one. What's your thoughts on that one?
It looks like what's the word? It's not kangaroo court. What would you think? It's just a shit show. That's the best way for me to describe it.
Yeah, I mean, it's
just a shit show.
It's definitely a shit show. And I think, honestly, my opinions, I think what's going to happen is I think he's going to get sanctioned. I don't know how much he's going to get sanctioned. I think I don't think the recusal thing, I don't think is going to go forward based on his motion. The other guy. They have a evidentiary hearing for it because I think that's just a waste of motherfucking time. I think there's only good. I don't think there's going to be a taint team given.
Yeah.
But I do think there's going to be only the attorney can call him up and his families.
And that's how it should be.
Well, usually you don't have to do that because you're not a scumbag sex goblin like Mr. Turtle Boy.
Yeah, but considering why he's in the position he's in right now, you would think common sense. Oh, maybe he should only talk to his immediate family and his lawyers because this man does have the capability of harassment, doxing, his YouTube channel. To me, that's common sense. But I know everybody, even in prison, you still have some type of rights, or holding or jail, whatever he may be. But considering his actions, you would think you would take it away from them.
Yeah, you would think, but we'll see. Anyway, pretty sure Bradl will have sanctions and TV's limited calls. I'm pretty sure too.
Yeah.
I just don't know about the tank team because the judge pretty clearly said, what authority do I have to do this? And the guy's like, really, you have the authority, but it's unprecedented. And usually judges don't really want to that seems like a very, very big step to basically now monitor on a conversation between a lawyer and a client. And I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think the judge is going to jump that far, but I think a sanction is going to happen from anywhere from $1,000 to $10,000. I think that's going to hit. He's going to be hit.
He's not going to pay for it though. His people are.
The lawyer has to pay out of his own pocket.
Oh, the lawyer has to pay. Okay.
Yeah, that's a sanction to the lawyer. He has to pay.
Okay. Oh well. His big oopsie.
The taint team is a little drastic for this instant. Yeah, it is definitely very drastic for this situation, but it's kind of you got to request everything you can. You know what I mean? Why not? I mean, maybe the judge will say yes. Only need one. You know what I mean? You might as well do it. Just like the recusal, the cause to show evidentiary hearing to show cause for a recusal. He knows there's no fat chance that I'll ever go through the defense, Mr. Bradl. But he just does it because it's what he's got to have to put on a show. Let's just say that much. Got to show that he's making that $500 an hour. You know.
$500 an hour for that.
Yeah, well, you know that $100,000 is going to disappear pretty motherfucking quickly. That's for sure. Anyway, man, that's pretty much it. That was the just in time. They're about to get you, Tony.
Right.
All right.
No
that's our signal. We gotta go. Tony. We gotta go.
Thank y'all for watching, and thank y'all for rewatching. Y'all just keep safe out there.
All right, let's go. Let's get out of here, man. We gotta get out of here. Let's go.
All right.